What it do, cuckoo, what's up, all that good stuff. It's your girl, Pineapple Kouassi with Miss
K.
And we're coming at you with another one. And you know what it is? We're here to have those intentional and unintentional conversations, talks about life.
There you go.
That's what we're here to do. So, Miss Case, how was your week?
Man, it was busy.
How did the week treat you?
I had a very, very busy week. Well, Valentine's Day.
The last time we was talking, we was chatting with everyone, you was swerving a lot of negativity. So I'm hoping that I hear some positive stuff this week.
That has continued.
Amazing.
To the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying?
So, boo, what had happened this week? Tell us. What had happened this week?
What had happened was no, it's been a pretty chill week in that regard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of laying low.
That's cool.
Protecting my peace,
As we should.
It's been going good. So, but Valentine's Day, man, that shit was crazy because Valentine's Day was on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that gave me kind of like the whole weekend to kind of get it.
A lot of orders.
Yeah, I had a lot of orders. Yeah, I was busy all weekend, and then we had some things to do for you. So yeah, it was a pretty jam-packed weekend. But with that being said, I would have to say that just being that busy was a blessing. Having that many people to serve on Lovers Day week, Lovers Day weekend, and to celebrate a lot of it, because a lot of it was also, representative of beautiful Black love. A lot of my customers are Black, so it was a beautiful sight to see. I was glad that I was able to participate in like other people showing love to one another, and there was hella females this year
ordering for their dudes.
Girl, you know how many best dick berry boxes I sold this year?
Ooh.
Best dick ever. I did a couple like best kitty ever, but it was a lot of best dick ever boxes. And then the one new one that I did was like a big dick energy box. Ooh, big dick energy. So, but yeah, it was cool. I had a busy weekend. I took off a couple of days of work just because I knew I was going to be swamped. And then I ended up taking off another day of work because I was like, no, I need some time. So I went and got a massage just to kind of like recoup. Yeah, to recoup from that busy ass weekend. But I made it through. Yeah, Valentine's Day is always like the craziest motherfucking time of the year for people with businesses like mine. So it went good. You know what I'm saying? On the personal side, it's a little, you know what I'm saying? And a little lonely this year,
Welcome
Girl,
to the club.
my first Valentine's Day alone. In how many years? Over fucking.
Yeah, you used to being used to getting young.
Over 15 years.
Chocolate and roses.
Yeah, something. I mean, still got like, certain people took care of me, as necessary. But other motherfuckers kind of surprised me. But it is what it is.
Shame on you, whoever
shame
you
on
are.
you. Shame on you. Yes, shame on you. No, but it was actually good. I enjoyed spending Valentine's Day alone this year. As sad as that sounds. Ooh, yes.
Well, I'm not surprised because, like you said, you've been in a relationship for years. So to have a little you time. And
I mean, like for the last couple of years, I've been working on orders on Valentine's Day. So it's kind of interrupted what I was doing personally, but we still kind of like made a point to do something. But it was just nice to not have like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I like,
she's like, let me not.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I enjoy shit like that. I really enjoy shit like that. Celebrating a little corny shit like that. But to like not have that extra stress. Or like, okay, it's fucking 8:00 at night. You know what I mean? I'm just now finishing up with my fucking orders for everybody. And now I got to be at dinner reservations by 9. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was cool to not have to have like that extra stress. But it was a little lonely. It's okay though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. How about, okay, so how was your week?
Well, my week was awesome because I celebrated my cake day, my born day. It was birthday weekend, had a good day. So that's what she's talking about when we have things to do. So what did I do to celebrate my birthday? I had a really good, just chill day. Like I was child free.
Didn't want to make no motherfucking plans.
I didn't because I was like, y'all give me. It's like I don't know what I want to do. I'm indecisive. I don't know. You know, I've been
I was
working
trying to
hard.
fucking surprise this bitch and everything. She kept fucking everything up.
I know.
Everything I fucked up. She didn't want to be on no motherfucking schedule on her birthday. But the fuck I look like arguing with bitch.
Because I wasn't sure. And I was just like, man, whatever. Despite the fact, my original plans, remember I told you I wanted to travel.
Yeah.
But despite that, I had a good day, went to brunch with the family. And then what did I do? Oh, we made a good decision. We went to this paint and sip. It was dope. The vibe was lit. I want to shout out
the music.
I want to shout out, what is it? Paint Me SC. I want to shout out, they showed me so much love. It wasn't even my birthday. The bartender was bomb. She paid for a shot, but the shot was like a double shot. And then she made our hippie asses, my customized ass, a bomb drink. Yes. It was extra strong. Then we were sitting there trying to figure out what painting we was gonna pick the paint. I was stuck. They gave us king and queen. They gave us 2, and she gave us both. I didn't know what to do.
We just are.
We are. And then what happened? Oh, and then they had live music, a live band,
bomb food.
I'm
gonna get her name, but I want to say her name is Cache.
I need to get the live band's name. I didn't get a chance to get them, but once they're bomb, they was playing Roddy Rich, her, all the latest hits, and live music. Beautiful. It was beautiful to see all chocolate melanin in the building. Yeah, it was a good vibe.
Yes. They had vendors off to the side. They had other vendors that do like treats and things like that were selling. Oh, purses. Maybe you got your little
I got my pineapple. I got a pineapple purse. I should have brought it next time. I'll show you. But yeah, it was a good vibe. And then from there, we went to our spot. One of our spots when we go downtown. What is it, Miss?
Yeah,
we go there all the time. Just say whatever.
Don't be stalking us now.
Yeah, but went down there. It was cool. Had a couple drinks. Watched people drunk and get in fights.
It was crazy.
Do all this stuff, but it was cool.
It was crazy. It was
crazy. It was lit. And I was lit. We've had some other activities lit in our life, but we can't talk about those things. We can't talk about those things on air right now. But yeah, it was a good vibe. Yeah. And so another win, basically, girl. So I didn't tell you, I got another business increase on my credit card, girl. Out of nowhere, I was like, another 5K. Well, they try to cheat me. I don't even care. I'm gonna tell you my little petty. So, I honestly got it off of like a play that I was running that I kind of didn't know I was running. So basically, I was like, I need more money, business money. I got samples, I got stuff that I need to do. So what I did was I applied for, I was like, let me see if they're going to give me an increase. So I just applied for the increase, right? Mm-hmm. And then, mind you, I froze all my personal credit because, this African Pinocchio scam. I went through this whole financial thing. So I froze all my assets and stuff so that, to protect, your shit. And so I was like, I applied. And it was a hard inquiry. I didn't even think it was going to be a hard inquiry. I'm so glad I froze my shit. It would have been a hard inquiry. So yeah. And so they're like, we can't approve you for the
increase.
For the increase. I was like, whatever, I don't care. Like I didn't want that affecting my personal credit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think
because
you know what I mean? Because I guess because my shit was froze because they couldn't. But when I was applying, I didn't know that it was going to be a hard increase. I thought it was going to be a soft pull. You feel me? But it wasn't a soft pull. It ended up being a hard inquiry, me applying for that increase. And I didn't know that, or, or maybe I had a different perception.
A hard inquiry on what, your business credit, or
my personal credit?
So
because
when you run something on your business credit, it still affects your personal credit?
So check this out. A lot of the times when you're starting business credit, if you're not acquiring a business that already has all that established, right? You have to PG it, personal guarantee it.
Okay, I hear you.
Off your personal credit.
I hear you. Okay.
So yeah, so I was just like, I have it locked, because I was like, no. So they
did you
denied
get a
me.
hard inquiry on your shit, or
no,
because it was frozen?
It was frozen. They're like, oh, we can't get your stuff. We can't approve you. I was like, all right, whatever. I don't care. I don't want y'all pulling my shit anyway. I thought it was gonna be soft.
Yeah. Okay.
So then after that, I was like, dang, okay, let me keep hustle lever and stuff, getting sales, work on my marketing, whatever. So then I noticed, like, the credit increase, I went to go, and I was like, wait, hold up. They gave me an increase. And I was like, okay. But I know that they gave me the increase based off my good credit, because they're like, oh, something about based upon your good credit, like history, me paying on time, sometimes making double payments, because I kept that shit legit, they increased my limit. So, but off of some other shit, I didn't really know it was a play, because you really should be freezing your assets and stuff with doing these kind of things, so that the secondary parties aren't pulling your personal information like that anyway.
I didn't even know you could freeze your shit.
Yes, you should freeze it. You should freeze it, because when you're applying for stuff, they're not supposed to be doing all that. These creditors who are reporting, you know what I mean? They get it reported, all that stuff. So yeah, I was increased, and then I actually got increased on my other credit card. That play, I've kind of forced that I needed an increase. No, I didn't apply. What I did was I was allowed to spend over the limit. They allowed you on an Amex card to spend over the limit. So I kept spending over the limit.
And then they just increased it.
And then, but what I would do is I would pay it down before the bank did, just enough, like maybe $20 down. Not even a lot, y'all, just whatever I paid down. Mm-hmm. And so then they increased it for me off G, because I just kept spending over, kind of like forced that, because I was like, man, these people denied me. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Now they're going to, so yeah. So that was a good win. So yeah, that's a good one, y'all. That's a good play. Make sure that you're using your stuff, and that I'm going to apply for increase. Try to do that every 6 months. I was listening to some financial stuff, so I'm going to do that every 6 months. And yeah, that was cool. And this week I'm still struggling with the studying, y'all, for this test. I'm struggling, and I didn't work out. I haven't been working out, but that's okay.
What you mean you ain't been working out? We just got back to it today.
Yeah, after 2 weeks, I almost fell out like her the last time. Yo.
Right there.
I got tagged.
No sympathy. You see that either? No sympathy at all. I was like, bitch, get up. Let's go.
It was like, that's
you late. You taxed my ass. No, but he gave me an option this time. He was like, you could either just chill out, or you could be a good friend. I was like, nice way to manipulate me. Manipulate my ass to do it. Oh, I was fucking set with her late ass.
Yeah, but I showed up this time, y'all. I didn't leave her hanging. I showed up, and it was a good bomb workout, and I loved it. I needed it. And yeah, so that was my week. And before we get further into the episode, we gotta pay some bills around here. And we would like to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Kouassi Kustoms, Handcraft Boutique and Events, and Mrs. Eddie's Treats. Okay. And make sure that you subscribe, follow, share, like, spread the love. Hit us up, text us. Text Talk Black to 619-356-1029. Yeah. So, social media, what we got today? We got a quote of the day. We got a post of the day.
It was more something that I posted.
What you post?
Like last week.
You always posting. As you should. I'm getting better with my social media.
I don't really like.
Y'all should know by now. Like I said, I'm a looky loo.
He's a looky loo. Man, these motherfuckers
and I like
lucky
stories.
ass motherfuckers gonna get deleted on my shit. I like interaction. Okay.
I interact on the
I
stories.
like Facebook, nigga. I like Facebook because it's more interactive. I'm trying to get more into Instagram though.
And I'm vice versa.
I finally made my first post this week. I'm on Instagram that you made me make. Okay, but
follow her.
comes from social media. And I don't know what it was. I just woke up one day. I was hella horny. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's what kind of got me like thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So let me get into it. I was horny as a motherfucker. Okay, I've been trying to sit the fuck down and be good. Yes, I was horny as a motherfucker. So, but it got me like kind of thinking, right? Because I had a lot of shit to do, and I really couldn't focus. So let me read the post. It says, okay, hear me out. I feel like I focus better after an orgasm, but I'm hearing a lot of men are practicing semen retention for that same purpose. Damn, we are so opposite. Help me understand. So it was more of like a conversation.
Yeah, we want to know. I want to know what's up with that.
Very like educating. You know that like.
So you got responses.
Yeah, I got responses from females and dudes.
Was letting you know what the business was.
Yeah, and then I also kind of did my own research on it, but because I'm like, okay, I've personally witnessed it. You know what I mean? So, and for me, when I first dealt with it, or like kind of like seeing it happen or kind of not happen, right? Like the finishing part not happening. I was like a little thrown off, like, what the fuck? Like, is there a problem here, sir? You know what I'm saying? Like really threw me off.
Is
right?
It not good? I know my shit is good.
You're saying I've never been in a situation where I was like,
I've never.
Where it's never even come up. It was like an automatic, you know what I'm saying? So in this situation in particular, it kind of threw me off and it made me kind of be like, okay. But I didn't ask about it. No, I wasn't offended. I was just more like, is it me?
Like, what the fuck?
Is the nigga just tired?
Yeah, let's be curious.
He was an older nigga, so it was like,
what age bracket?
Yeah.
What age bracket? We need an age bracket. Is it the 50s, the 40s, the 60s?
And it's early 40s.
Okay.
But older for me, right, in comparison to my age. So I was like, well, maybe this these older niggas too. I don't fucking know.
He didn't need Viagra, did he?
No, he didn't need Viagra. No, no issues like that. But I was just like, I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know what the fuck to think. I did it. Honestly, was like, I started like internalizing it, like, fuck is wrong with me? Or like,
was it like a sudden stop or something? Like,
no, it was more like the nigga finished, but he didn't. But I was like, but you didn't come.
Yeah.
Right? Because like for me, I'm like, nigga, like, you know, did you?
Are you satisfied?
Like, do you ever ask a nigga, like, did you come?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, because I'm
like, are you satisfied?
No, not even that. I'd be like, are you taking a break? Are we good? Get out of this?
Yes, because I'm not done. I don't know about you, but I'm not done.
And that's how it kind of came about.
I'm not pleased.
That's how it came about. And Ryan was like, okay, well, like,
blue vagina.
You're obviously
we're talking about that blue vagina.
And he was obviously done, right? But I was like, did you come? Because it was kind of like, if you didn't come, then that, to me, at that point, it meant that we're not done.
but let me ask. At that point,
we were done.
But at that point, wait. But when you were done, did you at least have orgy? Did you at least come in the situation?
No, not that time. That's a whole.
But have you ever been in a situation
I usually don't tolerate them type of situations.
What have you? answer. Have you, bro?
Nigga, what you mean?
Like, he ever came and you're like, oh, did you
that's
come?
why I had to ask, because like I said, I was not finished. And so I had to clarify, like, did you come? Because if the nigga comes, usually, right? Because not always. There's dudes that can keep going after they come, but if you don't come, then I'm assuming like you're just taking a break. Like you just need to breathe. But you know what I'm saying? But we finna get back at it because you didn't even finish. So like if you didn't even finish that, and I didn't finish, we didn't finish. But that was my mindset. That was my mindset. Maybe this nigga just taking a break. Maybe he's too tired. He was a little heftier nigga. I tend to like the more heftier types of niggas, right? So all kinds of shit was going through my head. I was trying to figure this shit out. I had no idea. But then I started learning more about semen retention. And this is also a type of person who's like, he's more in tune with himself. I think that's kind of like what attracts me to him to begin with, right? Mm-hmm. And so like when I started learning, because we never talked about it, it just, you know what I mean? It was just done. Now I was just like kind of like blue vagina, right? Yeah. But the more I started learning about it, I was like, okay, so this kind of makes sense.
Okay, wait, pause. I have a question. So when you got the blue vagina, like, were you mad?
I wasn't.
Did he know you were mad? Like,
your station nigga. This is not what we talked about. Oh my God. Okay. Was I mad? This person will watch this fucking episode.
I don't think they will. It's just a yes or no.
Was I mad? No, because I can't say yes or no and not provide context.
Oh, you nice, because one time I got it and I was just straight high.
Okay,
and I left.
You know me.
Like,
you know me.
And then I cussed the dude. I didn't really cuss him out. I just told him after.
You know me, okay?
But if you told
me I have sex, then I want to have good sex, and I want to have sex where I have an orgasm. That is a must for me. But with this person in particular, I don't know what it is. Man, there have been times where no, I did not orgasm, and I, kind of knew that was with some of the territory, but I still gave him some pussy. Okay, so why do you? Okay, so you said people. That's not my norm. You said people responded to the post. Yes. So what were people like? What were men saying? Men were saying that they do it for varied reasons. One of them being like when you exercise a lot for like the purpose of like, I guess it's assisting with that, right? Like semen retention. Let me pull up what he had said. Oh, like semen retention. As far as like, I don't know, strengthening the like not weakening the body. Got you, because it takes a lot for a man to ejaculate. Yes, physically. And we're talking about like for me, when as a woman, when I orgasm, like I feel great. But I come too. Yeah. Right. So I can't orgasm and not come. You get that clarity after. Yeah, but I'm talking about like I come. Do you come? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. Right. So, but men can orgasm and not come. Are you a squirter? Nigga, what? Are you a squirter when you come? Nigga. Do you wet the sheets? Like, I'm playing, but I'm not. But anyways. I know you're not playing. That happened to me one time, and I was like, that was the best. But at first I was like, did I just be like, nigga, I was like, oh, that's amazing. So that's more like a prolonged orgasm. You notice that? Yeah, he's like, stop holding it. And I was like, yes, and that's what I'm talking about. So you can have an orgasm and not go all the way there to where you squirt. Or not even squirt, but that release. The water, yeah. The release comes. It's like a waterfall. It's you know what it really is, right? It's piss. It's piss. It feels like you're pissing. Yes, it does. Yeah, exactly. But it's just the best fucking piss in your life. But it's like, but isn't it like? I'm about to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, it's like your whole, but it's like your whole body's like. So I can see how a man's like it takes a lot from them, like when they ejaculate the whole.
Yeah, because if you let yourself go all the way there to that point of where you're feeling that the water release, right? That's like another level of orgasm, because you can also, right? You could stop and not go all the way there, but still feel satisfied. But it's like another level of satisfaction.
I was
if
the
you
one
let
that's like,
yourself
stop
go.
holding it. I was like,
I would let myself go there if we prepared for that.
I wasn't
So
prepared
like
for
hotels,
that.
hell yes. Hotels, hell yeah. Or like if like we prepare, like I have a towel under me already, because I'm not trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, fuck shit up. But I know how to control that. I know how to, you know what I mean? I know how to stop and start and stop and start with that. You know what I'm saying? But like naturally, when I do have like a regular orgasm and I don't go all the way there, I've I've noticed some remnants on sheets a couple times, and I was like, oh, that was me.
Like, oh.
You know what I'm saying? But that also comes on with like really good sex.
Really good sex.
Yeah. So, okay, so back to the fucking conversation.
Okay, so it helps.
So like somebody was telling me that they do it for workout purposes, like it helps with like stamina, and being able to like just handle more physically. Some people were saying like as far as sex, that it helps them like have more stamina with sex. Like they can last longer because they've had like more control holding it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was doing like research,
that's why men frequently stop during sex. I be like, why you stop it? Keep going. It was good right there, and I stopped. Why'd you stop?
Because they about to
wait. I was like, I hate semen retention.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not necessary. I don't think that's
that's part of helping the semen retention.
Yeah.
And the stamina, right? Yeah. Frequently stopping.
I mean, I never really thought about it like that.
That's that's what I'm
You're right. Like. No, you're right. Because Nick could be right there on the edge, and then he'd be like, "Don't you fucking
don't do it."
I'm like, oh. I want it. You know what I'm saying? No, I had situations like that. So no, I know I hear what you're saying. I think that's considered semen retention, I guess, in the moment.
Practicing.
Yeah. Well, see, like even like when it happened, I was like, you seem like you. See, and that was another thing. I was like, nigga, is you setting me up? You know what I'm saying? Because like, right, there's situations like, nigga, you know what I mean? Let me know what the fuck just happened.
Right.
You're right, because it seemed like you just fucking nutted, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I asked you, you said you didn't. I'm like, nigga, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you's a liar, nigga. What the fuck you trying to set me up? I'm not trying to fuck me up, baby. So that was one of the things I was like, I was concluding. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? This nigga just, you know what I mean? This nigga just fucked me and lied about nutting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the nigga didn't.
Damn. That's crazy.
But okay, so it's a matter of like self-control, like you know
so they do
like
it for stamina, they do it
for physical reasons, spiritual reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I never heard that one before. That
look, so it says like here, I'm gonna pull it up right here. I keep on pulling the wrong mouse. So the purported benefits include some for mental, right? And this is kind of where I was I was thinking before I kind of like really looked into it. More confidence and self-control, less anxiety and depression, increased motivation, better memory, concentration, and overall cognitive function.
But I feel like sometimes that can, semen, and that's for semen retention.
Their semen, because when they ejaculate, it drains them. And they have to recoup. Like, have you ever noticed like a nigga who like after they come, like you niggas be like fucking down for the count, like fucking useless.
But I would think opposite. Maybe it's opposite for women and men, because I'm thinking when you do have an orgasm and you do come, you're releasing endorphins, and the only way you can do that is through exercise and sex. So I find that kind of strange, like, you know what I mean?
Well, there's other ways, but we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, we'll save that for another time, because I want to know if it's something that I don't know about.
No,
I like learning new things.
Okay, so you're releasing endorphins. You're saying that when you have an orgasm, you're releasing, and you can
like
still have that's my whole point. Is men can still have the orgasm,
but do you see where I'm coming from? Like, oh, damn,
they're holding their cum in, because it's when they ejaculate. That's the process of the cum coming out. When they ejaculate, that is the part that drains them. Not having the orgasm, the body, or the feeling.
For me,
that's what I was like.
I associate the both together. That's crazy.
What I'm saying. That's what I was like, nigga, you're lying.
Yeah, for men, I associate two together.
In my head,
I'm not thinking a man can do how we do as women.
Control it.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That part where you're like, where you can have the orgasm, but you can stop yourself from squirting.
I never learned that in anatomy.
Nigga, I'm how old? Just
physiology or anything like that.
Really?
No. The only thing I know, regarding orgasms and anything like that.
You learned shit about that in school.
No,
you don't. You learned about orgasms by playing with yourself. How the fuck did you learn about an orgasm?
Like, I'm talking about more of like, well, yeah.
Ain't nobody ever taught me like formally about an orgasm.
No, but I'm saying like in anatomy and biology, they usually explain those type of things. That's what I'm saying. Like how, like honestly, I'm thinking
biological part of like when
that's what I'm saying. They explain that shit,
deference and all of that,
and right? And all that shit. So I'm thinking,
but they don't tell you about how you can control that and how it relates to orgasm.
Yeah, and I'm thinking you would think when you're learning about this, they would say like usually when a man
has
orgasm or something XYZ.
They don't even tell you. They don't even use the word orgasm, because you see, when they're teaching you in school, they're not trying to correlate a feel good to the biology. They're just trying to teach you about the biology. They're not trying to get you into the understanding of, hey, if you do this, this shit feels good.
But I'm saying
that how many middle schoolers are going to go out and do shit that feels good?
But to say this, professionals, somebody in the healthcare professionals have to know this. So I'm saying maybe that should be taught in physiology. I've never taken physiology.
I took physiology and anatomy, and
that
never came up.
Really? I have not taken physiology. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but again, that's all. It's all the science. Like I mean, I guess orgasm can be seen as like the scientific side of it, but like physiology focuses more on like the makeup of the body. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Well, I had anatomy and physiology, so kind of combine it. But again, it's the breakdown of the body and like the components of the body. It doesn't focus on the operation of the body. Got you. That makes sense.
So actually,
right. But I agree. That's that type of shit that should be taught, at least to adults. Yeah. Because you know how many men are out here who don't even know shit about like orgasm. Like they think they can bite on your clit and that shit feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Even orgasms for themselves. I feel like, let me ask you. I don't know, but I've never tried it on a man, but sometimes I feel like maybe a man won't really know what a true orgasm will really feel like until they have their P-spot gently massaged.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So for me,
a lot of men,
my thought, you get what I'm saying? And side note, I just gotta say the side note. Men like they nipples licked and sucked too. I don't care what nobody say, I just gotta say that. But back to the question at hand.
That was a whole nother fucking post.
Back to the question at hand. Ladies, they like it. They like that shit, ladies. They like it. But back to the question, back to the statement, question, whatever, at hand. I feel like a man will never really truly experience that until they have that, and then for most men, it will be taboo because the P-spot is located the prostate.
Wait, so you're saying that he's never going to experience what a true
I feel orgasm? Like most men will never experience maybe a real true orgasm. How our G-spot is like they can access that, just like you said, right? But for a man, there's a
Have you ever had a true G-spot orgasm?
Yes, I have.
How?
Like, ooh, he was hitting that
Just through
G-spot.
sex.
Through sex.
I've never had an orgasm just through penetration.
It was, I would say mainly I've had orgasm through oral. I would say through oral.
Okay, yeah.
I've experienced like the full-on orgasm through oral.
Legs up.
Yes, through oral, not through, majority of the times that has been through oral and not through penetration.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
You know, so I get that.
But what about,
so that's why for me it's a requirement that a man is open and to doing that.
So do you climax regularly during regular sex sessions?
If the person knows what they're doing and knows,
so it's dependent on him.
It depends.
Okay, but no, I'm talking about when you're fucking. He can't eat your pussy while you're fucking.
I understand that. Wait, rephrase the question because you
so
just put me off with that
eating
the fucking pussy. You can't do two things magic like that.
Nigga, I said while you're fucking, right? Having regular sex.
Oh, I had a.
Have you had an or? Okay, what is your usual situation? Do you usually come from sex or in that sexual session, or is it only once in a while if a nigga can get you at that spot that you're having having an orgasm during sex?
I feel like it's combined with a mixture of things of like maybe what had happened in the day, like the type of sex you're having, because you know there's makeup sex.
What you mean?
There's makeup sex. You know, I miss you sex. There's different types of sex. To me, there's different types of sex.
And like
so, and it also depends on the person and my attraction and how well, like I said, like they're
to get you there,
to get me there.
Okay. Let me be a little bit more clear. Okay. Do you come when you have sex every time?
No, not every time.
Okay. So this is my thing. Me, generally speaking, now I know I just spoke about a situation where I was okay with it not happening, right? But for me, generally speaking, when I have sex, like I make myself come during sex.
So what you mean? You force yourself or you be playing with your clitoris?
I play with my clit. Hell fucking yeah.
Oh, he be doing that. That's one time where I had I was like, oh, you're really experienced. Ain't no dude ever did that to me.
Okay, well, I have one situation where a boy knows exactly what the fuck he's doing in that regard. And so he does it for me.
Have you ever had it so good that you like ran away from it? Because it was just, I was like, it's just like, oh my God.
Head so good that you ran away from it, or head so intense that you ran away?
It was like intense, like.
Because I see good and intense are two different things. Because some of these niggas be going in on your shit. Like, you be like, wanting to take, but at the same time, you be like, niggas, like shit. Like, nigga, calm down. Like, I'll calm your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so for me, there's a difference, right? Okay, head, absolutely. If you're giving me head, you're gonna make me come. But like I said, during sex though, a lot of women, I feel like a lot of women are not that comfortable with themselves to where they like, because like I said, I am not waiting for you to make me come. I will make myself come. You just have to give me enough time and enough good dick to get me there.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair. I feel like that makes sense.
You feel me? So it's like, it's not always on him, but at the same time, he got to give me enough time. So I can pull off what the fuck I need to pull off. And if you don't give me enough time to pull off what I need to pull off, you know what I mean, give me something steady and firm, then that's when I have a problem, right? But it's not all, if you don't make me come, then I'm not gonna come. Or like I said, I've never experienced an orgasm just off of penetration. I've had situations where I was almost there, but then the nigga fucked it up.
I've had that off of penetration based off a few times, based off of position. Because I prefer
what position?
Okay, so when it comes to penetration and having orgasms, for me, I prefer deep penetration sex because that's how.
So you talking about
I
like
get
doggy
orgasm.
style? Leg up, doggy style?
Yeah, I like to have like my pelvis up, like really high, like type shit.
So you talking about like pillows under your ass? Not under your ass.
Sometimes like
under
he'll
your
be
stomach,
like
ass
he'll lift
to
and then
up
like
in the
kind
air.
of like lifting you up type shit. Sometimes like
Oh, so you like
you be
nigga
like yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. And then sometimes depending, because you know I'm on the festival, sometimes depending, like I like to kind of like lean up like the bed a little bit, kind of like put one leg on the headboard, and then like another leg kind of like almost like a cartwheel. So he's kind of like more on top, but you it's hard to explain.
I'm so trying to
hard.
fucking picture this shit. Right
So like imagine
cartwheel.
so imagine like the headboard like this, right?
Okay.
And then you know if I put my head down, you can't hear the mic. But then it's like you're down on the bed a little bit, the other leg's open.
Where's the other leg?
You're in a split.
Okay.
And then the headboard is helping you like for your.
So nigga, are you talking about you on your back or you
on my back? And then
Okay,
sometimes I'll put legs, I'll put my arms down depending on how high the bed is. Because one time I broke my frame. So like, so depending on how high it's like, your arms, put your arms down, kind of like what is that, the wheelbarrow type shit?
Wait, wheelbarrow now. How we doing doggy style?
I think that's what wheelbarrow was. Like your
style?
hands, you're like your hands, and then it's kind of like doggy style, but you're on your hands.
Doggy
you're
style,
not on your you're not.
Yeah. You can go higher.
Yeah, it's like your hands are down and then your feet.
You kind of tune it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
or
about.
you're putting your hand, if you got a little bed and it's not that high, you go down, put down, and then your ass is tuned up higher.
So that's what you mean by hanging off the bed.
Yes. Frontward and backward on your back, and then forward with your hands.
And that's how you was able to.
Yeah, I did some acrobatic shit like that one time, and my neck hurt the next day.
Off the deep penetration, that's how you orgasm off of deep penetration.
Yeah.
So no clitoral stimulation at all. It was all just dick.
Those times, yes, because the penetration was so deep. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the way I positioned my pelvis was so high, it didn't even need. And then plus, I can't fall on my head. It can't be. I can't play with myself. He got to hold me so I don't fall on my head.
I'm gonna fall.
And that position that's not existent. I would have been in the hospital. But in other situations, more kind of like the boring sex, where it's just like missionary. Maybe your pelvis isn't as high, and he's doing it, and sometimes.
Okay, so it's all about the position.
Yeah, a majority of it is sometimes they don't know as many positions.
Yeah.
And I be wanting to try like shit.
Because I be getting bored too.
I get like
some days I feel like I'm kind of tired, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just keep it simple. But then other times I be like do something different.
Yeah. So
a quick question: have you ever had a dude experience-wise? Have you ever had somebody like undress you? Have you ever had that experience? Like you finna fuck, y'all finna
you're
go
gonna
there,
traumatize,
but he took off like every piece of your clothes.
Oh. No, he didn't do that. No. I was like, girl, don't make me have a flashback of that crazy ass nigga. He addressed me a little bit, but I was like smelling me and shit like a weird, like one of those. Hold on, people. I'm gonna come from the mic. It was one of those. But he's not touching you, right? He's not touching. He's just standing by you. He's just standing by you, a little to your face, right? And he was like, well, was barely smelling me, okay?
Because we all know it. All the fucking smell good.
And
you don't even need to get close.
But he wasn't even touching me. He was like this, y'all.
Maybe he was trying to get your energy. What are you talking about?
It was weird.
We talking about
it was weird.
We got an update for y'all.
We talking about peas. Grocery store. Aliens. venom. I cannot.
Okay. All right. So back to the orgasm.
Sorry, y'all. I just had to say that.
Okay. We're gonna give y'all updates a little later in the episode. We're gonna get back to peace, right?
That's all, but that's the only experience I've like had like that. Like not just article by article. No.
Okay, I had an experience like that. And that shit was dope as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. When like a man like takes control like that, it's a whole nother level. Okay, so but let's get back to the orgasm thing, right? So a lot of women, I know so many women that have never even had an orgasm. Do you?
Yeah, I hear women say that. A lot of the times that they never had one or don't know if they have one.
But some are like, nah, but you had one, you know.
You know what? Honestly speaking, you know, working in public health, I'm working in the field. You know, I used to be an HIV testing counselor and manage and coordinate a mobile vehicle. So people would come in, and a lot of times I would test them, but majority of the time it was mainly educating about STIs. And then I would get a lot of women coming in asking me random questions about just sex and things like that. Mm-hmm. Like not even knowing their body as a woman, just it would become a lot of my sessions sometimes would become like sex therapy sessions
as compared to them.
As compared to like, okay, it's like, because you know, it would be rapid tests. It would be rapid tests. So like, while the results are, you know, we filling out paperwork. I'm like, okay, HIV, and if you need STDs, here's the paperwork where you can go for free. They don't charge you. And then it would just be like, in between, like there's, through the county, there's questions you ask them. And then from the questions, it would just be follow-up questions, and then it would turn into conversation. Because, you know, I'm in the community, and I would just be like, so shocked at like how women don't.
Like some of the most basic questions.
Some of the most basic questions.
You know, and you're so right.
Because it's not really taught anymore.
Ooh, okay, when was the first time you had an orgasm? What was your first orgasm?
It has to be in my like late 20s. I was like in grad school when I experienced that. Well, no, that was the
damn. Maybe
no.
Maybe that's
no. I'm talking about
what's the first time you gave yourself an orgasm?
Well, you see, I don't really like masturbating myself. I get bored. I don't really care for it.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't care for it. People think I just don't. Like, I'm just like, I just don't. I've tried it, but it's just not.
I masturbated this morning.
Because for me, I feel like I'm teasing myself. Even though people were like, you should wait. Stop. What the fuck? Did you just say you masturbated this morning? Bruh. Yo! Did you cook?
Of course.
It was it?
Absolutely.
That's why you're so chipper.
I needed it to focus.
So how often do you masturbate?
I haven't masturbated for a while. There was probably like
okay, when you masturbate,
there was like 4 or 5 months where I was masturbating all, but I was also having sex like very regularly.
Okay, but when you masturbate, do you use your hands? Do you use dildo? Do you use a vibrator?
I use my hand.
Why not vibrator?
Because so the vibrator's not.
I got a vibrator. I tried to get the vibrator. I was like, am I not doing this shit right? I don't. What? It felt good, but I didn't like make myself come because I was like, I want this now. I want penis.
So I was like, girl, so that's when you get you a dildo and a vibrator.
Oh, that's why they have the. I thought that was for the 80s though. So it's for
okay. So look. I have vibrators,
different toys.
I want one of the rose. I want a rose. I want to try a rose out. Okay, I have vibrators, but what I've also noticed with vibrators is that they desensitize you.
She masturbated this morning, bro.
I'm sorry. Did. And I'm not ashamed of it.
I was
well, you know why? I've been sitting the fuck down.
Yeah.
So I mean, I need something.
Yeah, you're sitting the fuck down, and
so I need something.
You need that sexual clarity, that release.
Like I still have, yes, my shit builds up. I need to, yes, some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, but vibrators desensitize you.
Just like porn. Porn is boring.
Vibrators physically desensitize you to where if you use the vibrator too much and you use it like a vibrator, I got a motherfucking like beat. Okay. So
why you didn't use it this morning? Sorry.
Because it desensitizes you. So when I have sex with somebody, like I still want him to be able to make me come.
But if you don't do it all the time.
No, girl, but you pull that motherfucker out, that motherfucker might be out more often.
I get a dick, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. Next thing you know, that motherfucker, that motherfucker plugged up next to your bed and they never get put away.
Yo, okay.
Somebody come over and stop blanket over that bitch.
Yo, have you ever used the shower head?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But okay, so for me, my first sexual experience, or not sexual experience, my first like experiences masturbating was when I was like probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. I'm not even gonna fucking lie.
Yeah, little because you're exploring your body. You're learning your body.
I used to take a bath just so that I could fucking masturbate.
No, but
I feel like, leave me alone.
But honestly, that's the age where children start like exploring their body, learning about their body. So I'm not surprised. I don't know who it was that I was talking to that told me that they walked in on their 5-year-old somebody needs or something like playing with their vagina, like
at 5.
Yeah, and I was just like, wait,
well, that's young.
What? That's young. And I was like, I don't know if she's exploring her body or not, but yeah, that was
forward. Yeah, see, I don't even know. But then kids are curious, you know? I don't even know like what led me there.
But kids are curious because my homegirl that has a little boy was like saying, mommy, like my pee-pee, like look, is standing up, like he's not knowing, you know, and she's raising a little boy, daddy's not around, so, and he's like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? The other thing I think too, it has to do with other little kids that you may be around.
True.
And what those kids
and what they're seeing
too, because on TV. I remember being young and we would like steal our parents like porn and watch their porn.
Oh, yeah, the first
or
porn.
Like we'd make out with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
because you see it on TV.
Yeah, like dumb kid shit like that, right?
Yeah.
These days, that's why we keep an eye on our motherfucking kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was exposed to that type of shit pretty early, and maybe that's what led me to it. Mm-hmm. But I can definitely say that yeah, since a very young age, I have known and experienced orgasm. And maybe that's, you know, I mean, not maybe, I know that has a lot to do with why I am so, like, I'm very sexually open. Hella.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I feel like people should be I've had hella time to get comfortable with my body. Like, I've had dudes be like you talking to me, dude, they'd be like, oh, you shy? Or you know, do you like so? I'm like, nah, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna fuck you. I'm not shy about shit.
Yeah.
Right. But then there's other women that are like super, you know, self-conscious. Mm-hmm. And again, they don't know their body. They don't know what they like. They don't know what they want. And
maybe you haven't had that many partners, sexual partners.
Yeah, or you haven't sex and maybe you haven't fully explored why you're having sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're having sex, and the purpose is not to seek your own pleasure, then why are you having sex? I feel like there's a lot of women out there having sex just because like that's what men want. They want the pussy, and so they give them the pussy, and it has nothing to do. Yeah, and it has nothing to do with her getting her needs met, because bitch don't even know what the fuck her needs are. You feel me? Yeah. So it's hard to have standards sexually for a man if you don't even, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have no standards to give to pass off. You know what I'm saying? So he's finna come over and play with your ass for 2 minutes and be done and think that he laid it the fuck down and you're gonna accept it because you have no expectations for anything further because you don't know your body or
you don't know if you've been pleased.
Yeah, or you're like, you ain't even explored that route.
You don't know what stimulates you and makes you
because that's a big thing. Because you know how you
what
said,
is your spot?
like you're talking about what was you just talking about? Where you were saying, oh, what happened? Like, it depends on like what happened in the day, right? There's definitely certain things that turn me on. Mm-hmm. Like it's very mental for women.
And you know
very
what?
Mental.
There's a fetish. It's not. I don't know if it's a fetish, but there is a phrase or a terminology for what I just showed y'all. How he was like, it's like you're mimicking touching the person, but you're not, and it's supposed to build up intimacy. And maybe he just wasn't doing it right for me to where it was sexually compatible. That made me feel like, you get what I'm saying? But I need to find out the name of it and I'll get back to you, because there's different like fetishes and different types of like sexual foreplay and stuff.
Okay, so
there was a YouTube video I was talking
tantric sex,
listening to. Yeah, the tantric sex.
Okay, so tantric.
He was trying that, and that shit wasn't going well.
Even the semen retention kind of plays into that, right? Because tantric sex is all about. First of all,
I need to relive that and
control your body, right?
Experience.
And the experience of tantric sex is more focused around the idea of like the process, like the path, the journey, as compared to the destination. So you're not so focused on ejaculation and orgasm. You're more focused on your partner and getting your partner and having your partner connect with you in a space to where it takes you to that exactly to where you finally climax, right? Me personally,
so maybe by the time like you guys actually get into the physical touch and penetration, that it's like that orgasm is bomb, because it build up.
It's built in with the process, right?
Yeah.
But again, like, and that's where I was also learning that some men, well, not learning, but like the idea that like some men that practice semen retention and even do participate in tantric sex, like they're awesome lovers. Like, you fucking imagine,
because they're more so concerned about pleasing their
partner. Exactly. And it's a certain level of connectedness. I have not had the opportunity to interact on that level, but I look forward to that. Ooh, that's shit I really could. Ooh.
Yeah, I want to relive the tantric sex experience, you guys. And when you said porn, like that was your first sexual experience, I remember I watched porn young. And the first porn I saw, I thought I was watching a whole different movie. Girl turned on, and it was guy on guy shit. And I was like,
oh.
So seeing that for the first time, I was like, oh, okay, that's what the fuck? And I just started out, didn't know what to expect from that. Then I used to watch and then hear people talk about it.
So would you just watch porn just to watch it?
No, and then after that, when I did started seeing porn, to me it was boring, because I was like, this acting is shitty. What is she doing? I would just fast forward, like, I was like, this shit is cheesy. But I would see like what things that maybe I can learn and try to learn from, like, sexually. But I'm the type that fast forward, like, oh, okay, this is boring. They're doing this a long time, like type of thing. It like,
so you don't get into it.
I don't get into it. It doesn't really like turn me on like that,
even as an adult. So no, like if a dude wants to watch porn like before y'all like start fucking, are you into that?
I've never had a guy do that before, want that, but I mean, I would try to see. I won't know until I try. So there's certain things that I've never tried.
Would that make you feel uncomfortable if a dude turned on porn?
No, because I know that I'm beautiful and I'm confident in myself. So I wouldn't feel offended. I wouldn't feel weird or anything like that, as long as he didn't make the situation weird. I wouldn't find it weird, because I know that some men, like, that's their way. Certain things turn people on. Different things turn.
Problem with dudes
different things turn people on.
Okay, with watching porn with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know that different things turn people on.
I used to have a fucking big ass porn collection.
What happened to it? The homie used to work at a porn shop, and I would go in there and look at stuff and look at the movies and look at the candy. I mean, look at the toys and the edible. No, they did have candy, like the candy panties and stuff and lubes. I was just going there just because, like I said, public health. I always learn about like sex, talk about sex.
Did you ever buy anything?
So yeah, I would buy. I would try the different vibrators. That's how I know, like, masturbating is not really something I care for. If like I use toys or vibrators, I'd rather use them while I'm like with my partner, sexual partner at the time, if I do something like that. But I just, for me personally speaking, like even one of my best male friends was like, oh, please yourself. And I was like, yeah, but everything, different strokes for different folks. Like honestly, for me, it's like a teaser. Maybe I need to practice some more to please myself, but I want the physical touch. So I don't really like the masturbation because I feel like it's a tease, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna want some real penis. So I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know if that's weird or not, but
I mean, as far as like toys and self-pleasure, I'm all for it. I'm all for
if I need a
self-pleasure,
quick
whether you're in a relationship or not. For me, right, because you also have ebbs and flows when you're in some relationships. So I think like it's important to make sure that you're like consistently satisfied, even if it's not your partner doing it. I don't know. So for me, like,
so what advice would you give to someone like me, or someone who doesn't necessarily masturbate or a regular, or who's never tried it? Like, what
would be my advice? My advice would be to start masturbating.
Not advice, but like, what would you say to someone?
To masturbate, to explore your body.
And what are tips? Like if someone's coming to you like, I don't know how to explore my body, what are some tips? Like, what are some things that you do? Like, you know what I mean?
What you want me to say? I mean, bitch, figure out what feels good. Like, explore your body.
No, because there's some women that don't. I'm saying I'm asking these questions because this is what women would come and ask me.
Explore your body.
So I want to know what would you would tell them.
Figure out what feels good to you. Figure out what turns you on. Like I said, like I watch porn. I watch porn by myself. Sure,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I watch porn by myself. I've watched porn with partners. Partners watch porn. I have no problem with it. But yeah, I would even if somebody's not comfortable with watching porn, because I know there's a lot of people that are not that comfortable. But at the same time, like you have to become comfortable with yourself. That's where it starts. You have to become comfortable with yourself and comfortable with touching yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, all in all, what I feel like I got from this conversation is that at the end of the day, you know, semen retention, people practice these things for different reasons, different purposes,
like solid reasons.
It all ties into your health and well-being, your mental health and your physical health and your well-being. And that if you don't know your body, or if you're never experienced different sexual fetishes, or well, I don't want to call it a fetish, but like experiences. What was the thing that I keep forgetting? Tantric sex, like different types of sexual things, and exploring to see what you like, what you don't like, what's compatible,
and also taking it to a whole nother level
and trying new things, you know,
because there's all kinds of levels.
Yes,
girl, that sex can go to, believe me,
different levels.
You know what I'm saying?
I like having this conversation about that because we learned something new. I'm glad we got, so ladies, you know, that's the different reasons men may give you blue vagina. It's nothing personal. It's not your kitty cat. You can go home and finish yourself. If you don't know your body, learn what you like, what you don't like. And before we get out of here, I can't help but mention, do you like our new setup? Tell me, you can't say that you don't. We in a new office and we're loving it. So with further ado, we would like to say thank you for listening and watching. Make sure that you definitely subscribe, like, follow, share, tell your friends about all that about us. I was gonna say about all that good shit, but yeah, about us. And be sure to give us a text message, text us, link with us, connect with us. You can text Talk Black to 619-356-1029. And what else? This is your girl Pineapple Kouassi with
Miss Cakes.
And we out. Have a good one. Switches.